Instead of me coming out here and thanking the people that I usually thank or whatever, I made me a little list of MCs that inspired me to bring me where I am today. Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, Kool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Dr. Dre, Master Ace, Rakim, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, all the NWA, KRS-One. Thank you, because I learned from all of you. Hello, Cool.
Yeah, man, yo, you know what, man, I really, I remember, when I was, at the time, I was, kind of tinkering around, and me and Dre were experimenting in the studio, and he had told me about your project, and he was really excited about it, and I remember doing some interviews and talking about you before you broke, and, yeah, I just want to say congratulations, homie, you know what I'm saying, because you definitely do your thing. I love the way you do it, and, you focus, you concentrate on the music, you don't play games with it, and you know what? Congratulations, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the respect at the same time. You know what I mean?
Man, good looking out. I appreciate it, man. Yo, so listen, man. You got this relationship with Dre. You're cool with 50. So when are we gonna hang out? I got cable at my house. I got, and the game is on. What's going on?
Yo, we're gonna link up. Let's get together and let's do it, man. Let's break bread. I'm coming to the house. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's get together.
Okay.
It's on. We're gonna exchange numbers. I'm gonna make sure all the communication is gonna be straight. We linking up.
Yeah, that's hot, man. That'd be lovely.
So Marshall, what's good, baby boy?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good. I'm just in the studio right now, working on songs and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
So
that's what's
up.
Well, the world is waiting, baby.
yeah.
Just as well, man.
Looks like a job for. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No question.
Hey,
no question.
I got a funny story, man.
What's up?
When Walking with a Panther first came out, right? I was just thinking about this today, and that's what made me. I heard that you was going to be up here, and I was like, oh, I got to call.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking about this story because when Walking with a Panther first came out, there was like a little hotline that you could call and get a sneak preview of the album.
I remember that.
And it was like $1 a minute, right?
Yeah.
And the album was like on loop forever, and you could listen as long as you wanted. But I ran up like $27, and my mother kicked me out the house.
That's crazy. I remember that. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember it too. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah. If there's any consolation, I ain't see a dime of that money. They ran off with it so crazy. I ain't even gonna front.
Wow.
It's amazing how many people you could touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I tell you what, your longevity in the game is insane.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And just to extend my I know that we talking positively, but I still want to extend my condolences about your man. You know what I'm saying? And,
good looking. I appreciate that.
I was looking all over, and I mean this. This is the truth. This is a true story. I was trying to find out from my people where I could send something to you at, but I really didn't know because they said something like maybe you weren't accepting things or they wanted to keep it private or whatever. But I tried to reach out to you, and even though we had never really linked, I felt your pain. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to let you know that, man, and let you know, yo, homie, you official in hip-hop, baby. We love you, man. No question.
Yo, I appreciate that, L.
All right, baby.
I really do, man. Thank you.
No doubt, dog.
Word up. Yo, M, thanks for calling up, man. It's dope, B.
homie.
CEO of the situation.
Jason from Miami, we love you.
Jason from Miami.
I'll never forget that.
That's you and
So I'm going to end it on this one. LL versus Eminem.
Well, you know what, M. First of all, M is like my man. That's the first thing.
Cool.
And then M, I don't,
I'm just saying what the fans are writing. I'm reading there, and that's it.
I mean, I just love M so much, man. I mean,
You don't want to fry his fish?
I mean, nah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would be open to playing records with M. I probably would be open to that. To do some. But the thing is, I would never want to say anything. I would never say nothing derogatory about M. M has been.
I don't think M is the vibe. I just threw it in the air just because.
But he's been in my corner since he started. You know what I'm saying? He's been giving me love since day one. I got a lot of respect for him. He's really like my man. You know what I'm saying? My little man, like my man.
Facts.
Nas,
Nas,
like my little
Nas
man.
is great.
If you made an all-time super group, including yourself, let's say a 5-member group,
Right.
dead or alive, who would be in your super group?
That's interesting. Probably Andre 3000 because he's different. I think that would be a nice, interesting person in my group because we're so different too. Because you have to get people that are very different. You know what I mean? I think you could add a vibe, like a really interesting vibe to it. Nah, seriously, a vibe, like it would just be like Andre 3000. I'd probably put M in it just because it'll just be real like aggressive and wild and different. I don't know, maybe Biggie and G-Rap, you know what I mean?
Who's the last MC that impresses G-Rap? Who impressed G-Rap? Who really impressed you lyrically? Who like,
it could be different cats for different reasons, you know what I mean? Lyrically and M, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem blew you away.
Yeah, that dude was phenomenal.
What is it about Eminem's lyricism that blows G-Rap away?
It's his wordplay, it's his wittiness, how he gets it across, his attitude, and his passion, his flow. It's everything. It's like he got the whole package.
Was G-Rap one of the people Eminem mentioned in that speech? Rappers
shouted me in the Grammys. I do remember that.
Yeah,
it caught me off. I was watching the Grammys that year, and it caught me off guard. Like, oh, okay.
yeah. He's. I will say, I think that's probably my favorite thing about.
Who were you with when that happened? Whoever you was with, did you tell him after that go get you some fucking ice cream?
That was an honor for me because I thought I thought he was crazy nice.
Yeah.
Who are some that you know are also top 10?
Nas, Rakim, Kane, KRS-One, Jay-Z. You know
what about M? Do you have M in top 10 or no?
Absolutely.
M's top 10.
Yeah, because he's a lyrical beast.
Excluding yourself, if you had to take yourself out the equation, is there someone who you may consider to be the greatest rapper of all time?
Yeah, it's a couple people. I gotta start in the beginning because without that, like I wouldn't be, who I am. And that's Melly Mel, Kumo D, and Kaz. Them brothers had the skills to be like, you know what I mean? I think if the time would have presented it, if they was around at the right time, it would have been a lot different, you know what I mean, as far as the impact. Unfortunately, everybody think that that's old school.
Yeah.
But, and then you got, one of my favorite MCs is Eminem.
Isn't it crazy how Jay-Z kidnapped Big Daddy Kane, but Eminem kidnapped you? Like, you could see the lyricism and the party side. I mean, Big Daddy Kane had bars too.
Yeah,
but he was more like the ladies guy, like Biggie and Tupac. I feel like you guys was like the first. Like, I mean, you're the first in anything. But the way I could compare it is like, Big Daddy Kane was like the club guy, and you were like the serious lyrical dude. Eminem like gravitates towards you more. Because he's just a rap, he's just a lyricist.
The beast. That's my man.
M is nasty. Okay. I don't care what color he is. I don't care none of that, man. You know what I mean? Real artists respect real artists, man. And especially like a conscious artist that sits down to write. Mm-hmm. And when he hears another artist that sits down and does his writing, and he know, brother, nasty. You know what I mean? Regardless, you can't take nothing away from his thoughts and his pen. Okay. You know what I mean? And M is nasty, man. I tell people to this day, if M was black, he'd be if M was black, he'd be the next Muhammad Ali, man.
Our first guest has been called the most influential MC of all time. Without him, there would be no Biggie, Tupac, or Jay-Z. He's got a new memoir. It's called Rakim, Sweat the Technique. Please welcome to our show my new friend, Rakim. What are your thoughts on hip-hop today?
I love Jay, I love Eminem, I love Nas.
Right, and the thing about Eminem that we both agreed is that he's such a good storyteller, like you.
Yes.
I like to hear a story. Like, how long can you rap about stuff and things and diamonds and cars?
Right.
I like a nice story.
Did you recognize your influence on Eminem early on when he was blowing up?
Honestly, I didn't recognize it until I spoke to Proof.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Big Proof.
Yeah, rest in peace, Proof. Yeah, like I didn't, because I think that Eminem has a unique style, but I didn't really see how it resembled mine. Like if anything, I would think flow wise, it kind of resembled more Busta. That's just my opinion, like flow wise, I mean, But when we just did this interview just recently and he was talking to me about my rhymes, then I was sitting there like, okay, I get it now. I get it. Yeah. But I mean, M is a beautiful brother, man, because I mean, nothing goes over his head, man. Nothing goes over his head. Like, I mean, he's a student of the game that studies it like a scientist that's pouring little drops of stuff and he studies it thoroughly. I mean, and it was a good conversation we had. I mean, he's real deep into hip.
Jay-Z has always said he's the Michael Jordan of hip hop. So if that's true, then that means you got to be Dr. J. But let me ask you this.
Thank you, brother.
Let me ask you this. Who you think is, who is, if you're Dr. J, Hov is Jordan, who is hip hop's Kobe Bryant in your opinion?
I don't know. What's the generation after Jay? I don't know. Would it be Eminem? Oh. Maybe I like that one. Maybe M? I like that one. Real MCs holding on to the art.
That's real. Hey,
I love it.
That one. I wasn't expecting that answer. That's pretty good.
As someone who's known for lyricism, not including yourself, who do you think is your top 3 lyricists of all time?
I would say, myself. You said 3.
3.
I would say myself, Rakim, and KRS. But to be honest with you, someone that says myself, Rakim, KRS, Nas, Cool G Rap, Biggie, Jay-Z, Eminem, Big Pun, I'm not mad at any of that, because I think those.
Yo, shout out to Eminem for saying some real shit. Eminem, I always knew you was a real nigga. We totally know you a real nigga now. Shout out to Eminem. Detroit, stand up. Eminem, real motherfucking nigga. So says Snoop Dogg.
Speaking of Eminem, man, he was here earlier and he was wilding out as usual. Like, who do you think cremated? You spoke about Drake earlier. On that record with Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Eminem, in your opinion, who do you think killed that record?
I think Eminem went hard in the paint. He did kill that shit. That nigga did like 45 bars. He went hard. The Eminem was the hottest motherfucker talked about. We all didn't have that. When you had that joystick, it's not hate, it's just competition. You're thrilled to be in the same room on the same song with a nigga that's the hot shit. When Eminem was on Jay-Z song, he fucked Cuz up on that record.
Yeah.
You know what record I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He fucked him off on that record completely. Like, damn. That was nerve-wracking. I was like, I don't want Eminem on my album. I'm cool.
You be someone, like Eminem and just have amazing cadence. And it's almost like the syncopation. It's like, I sit back with this zag, and zigzag, and this back, and this zag, and this Z. And, you almost become this percussion, inside the music. So there's multiple ways to be really good.
The whole thing about collaborations is so skewed. I think Nas did it when he was saying, Eminem killed you on your. I think Nas made that thing. Oh, you're right. I think that was the point with. Because we always thought it. We always thought who was better, Cool G Rap, but we still enjoyed the record. Now it's like you don't even get the record out before the person is saying.
I try to enjoy.
Who won?
Yeah.
Who won? Like the record is not even out before. When records coming out, they say, I wonder who got who. The record hasn't even come out, so now people don't even enjoy the record. What?
Listening for beef.
Yeah, we just did that about Eminem and Nicki. Yeah, see,
because Nicki held her own.
But that's cool. That's fine because we do that as just like human nature. But as long as we enjoy the record. Like,
Were you offended? Were you offended by the concept when people say you got murdered by him on your own shit? Did that bother you?
No, I think he's a very intelligent rapper.
Let's go to the 2-7. The second best-selling hip-hop album of all time is the Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem, against a 7-seed Country Grammar, Nelly.
Wow. I guess I'm gonna have to get an edge to Eminem, even though I love that Country Grammar album. You know, Eminem is just one of the greatest MCs of all time. So, I'm gonna have to give him the nod.
Okay.
From con artist of D12 to get that hookup with Marsha Ambrosius, that was a lifelong dream, and Eminem was a big one. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa,
Yeah.
I've been trying to work with Eminem since the Wake Up Show anthem, man, in '98, homie.
What do you think
I
about
don't
what
know,
Fat Joe said? That he's unfuckwittable, that no one's messing with Slim Shady. What do you think about that?
Who said that?
Fat Joe.
Who could battle Eminem? Because Eminem can go all the way from the mid '90s all the way up to now with Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? He could do it. He can do it. All the Rihanna songs, all the Ed Sheeran songs, the song with Trick. Welcome to Detroit City. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Detroit City, boom. But that's how hard. You know what I'm saying? He can go forever. He can go to D12. He can go. He can use his different personalities, like Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, Eminem, or whatever. It's just he can go on forever.
I say you go to Detroit.
Okay.
And I think the music world would love to see you two collaborate, work together, sitting in a studio, listening to beats, picking out that beat, writing lyrics.
Ooh, just the visual of
just
it,
a bit, right?
Wow.
Eminem and Tech Nine sitting at the board, the engineering board. You work with a lot of people, Andre. 3 Stacks, of course.
Yeah, I did.
Wayne.
It's Carter 4, yeah.
Yeah, and of course Eminem. Which MC made you feel that you had to come with your A game the most, and why?
It was Eminem, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he makes everybody want to come with their A game because he's an elite MC. We are also, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the qualifications you have to have for strange music. You know what I mean? I love extreme lyricists. And to me, he's the extreme lyricist when it comes to wordplay and all that, you know, the emotion and everything. So I would like to, a lot of people just want to hear us on a track to see who would win. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how I sound next to who I deem the best rapper.
Wow, the best rapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sending our verses to him and hearing him say, man, Calico killed it. You guys killed it. That's like the best rapper telling you that. Everybody gives me verses on love.
Right.
Yeah, man.
That's
yeah,
insane, bro. So that was a love verse? Like he didn't, for real.
Yeah, man. And then that, what people don't know, that even touches me even more because it's way worth 500,000 and up, dude.
Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and then me.
Listen to it, I was like, damn, cuz. Now that's big. Well, you know, man, I love him because, at least somebody give a nigga credit. And that's why, you gotta love him, because I love him to death, even before he gave me that shout. To be on that list, man, I'm just, because he didn't have to say that. My nigga, man. Made a nigga smile for a whole month. And like I said, I'm so humble. And, that's why you gotta love him, man.
Well, he actually said, and then me. So
right,
he said
and
Jada,
he put
Corrupt,
himself
Nas,
I love it.
and then me.
Because he always been straight with me. Was always a good nigga with me, but that was extra. He doesn't look for a fight. A fight always seems to find him. He's a murderer of MCs. We are MCs.
You were kind of surprised that Eminem had you on his top 5 list.
Yeah.
Why did that surprise you so much?
Well,
obviously because it is Eminem. I get that.
at the end of the day, I'm just a humble person, you know what I mean? A big iconic figure like Eminem to, acknowledge my work is a beautiful thing.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name of Ludacris. I'm here to break down some gold bars from my favorite rappers. One of my favorite verses from Eminem, from the song Till I Collapse featuring Nate Dogg. I mean, I just feel like he spazzed the hell out on this record. My thoughts are sporadic. I act like I'm an addict. I rap like I'm addicted to smack, like I'm Kim Maverick. Cause I don't really think that the fact that I'm Slim matters. A plaque and platinum status is whack if I'm not the baddest. He says a lot of different things in that verse that are just all over the place. I mean, just everything about that verse is incredible to me. From a critic standpoint, from someone who wants to sing along standpoint, the cadences, the rhythm, the flow, everything. One of the best verses ever. Who would I like to collaborate with, dead or alive? If we saying alive, I haven't done a track with Eminem yet, and that's on my list. The world needs a Ludacris and Eminem record, for sure.
So Eminem released a track which is called Rap God. He's the Rap God now?
I don't know what Eminem is. I know he's a talented artist. We have a good relationship, but don't ask me no random shit to start no random beef. All right, please don't do that. Don't do that.
Nobody's gonna be bigger than Eminem.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time. So Eminem's number one rapper of all time. And
When you say that, you mean as their lyrics, or you mean as sales wise?
Everything, like having a whole network one day. You know, it's just everything,
Right.
everything that comes with it. Yeah.
Eminem did an interview, I believe last year, and he said that Pharoah Monch is incredible. He's been ahead of his time.
I mean, what can you say, man? It's like when I was thinking of when I saw that and I was thinking of shit to say, I was almost at a loss for words. What could you say? And more so than it being in the mainstream and, you know, people who may not know who I am hearing my name, to have a peer like that shout you out as big as he is, it's more like just, you know, dope on that level to MC to MC. It's even iller because, you know, I look up to dude as an MC because it's obvious that M has pushed the envelope on rap to its, you know, limits, and it's so good for lyricists because it puts it still in the focal point whenever he puts a project out.
What do you think of Rap God?
It's incredible, man. I mean,
do you remember what's your favorite line from that song?
The line about me. Even now, you know, he's still getting it in, like when he had started.
I do have to talk to you about the record everybody's been mentioning, the Scoop DeVille produced track, yourself and Eminem. Big Boy actually had a chance to listen to it.
Right.
Couple months back.
Absolutely.
He's been talking about it ever since, and I feel so jealous we haven't been able to hear it. He's like, nah, you don't understand. Like, Busta goes in, and then M goes in, and then Busta, and then M. And I'm like, man, to see how excited he gets, because it's like you really have to have a good record for Big Boy to kind of get excited about
absolutely.
it. He's still a fan of that just dope MC-ness that you and M have and provide to a song.
You're absolutely right. But overall, just to answer your question about the Me and Eminem joint, big up to my man Scoop DeVille who produced it. This record has been a long time coming. Salute to Eminem and the whole Shady Records family, Paul Rosenberg, everybody over there. It's finally here.
Yeah, and this is for your album.
Yeah, this is for Extinction Level Event 2. It's finally here.
That's dope.
It's dropping July 1st. And it's a 6-minute record of me and Eminem.
Jesus.
Really just going toe-to-toe and respectfully competing and just bringing the best out of each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, the process that it took to make this record, it's a story to tell. When we get more time, though, I'm gonna definitely.
Did you guys kind of like have to cut it? Like, man, we're rapping too much. We gotta stop. We gotta let this record.
It definitely got to the point where
past 6 minutes.
Yeah, because we just kept going back and forth, just competitive.
Yeah, I need to win. I need to win.
I need to win. I gotta change something. I gotta adjust something. It started to really feel like we was battling each other. And it started off as a 3-minute and 8-second song.
Oh, wow.
And then, you know, after we just kept sending it back and forth, it ended up being 6 minutes. We was like, yo, listen. Okay, it's one thing to say F the rules, but it's another thing to say
too far.
we OD'ing.
Right.
So it's just a beautiful body of it's a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah, and I think it's very important for us to get these types of songs. This record itself has so much greatness in it already.
Absolutely.
From Scoop DeVille, who creates amazing records,
Incredible.
to yourself and to Eminem, that it's something that we cannot wait to listen to.
Thank you so
and I know
much.
it's gonna go out throughout the summer. The summer just started, so the fact that we're gonna hear this record is gonna last us a long time. time.
Oh yeah, this is the first official 4th of July banger for the summer, and it's definitely going to flood the whole street, the game, the airwaves, you know, for the rest of the year, God willing. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a moment that I'm really proud of, because this is a moment that you're probably never going to experience a moment like this again. This is the one time where it's our first time, me and M's first time really just going in this crazy on a record, unlike we've ever done on our own records before, and probably unlike we'll do any other record again.
That's true.
You know, it's special.
Once in a lifetime type stuff.
Word up. That might have been probably the first time we really actually linked up. But even before I met him, I was introduced to Eminem music on the 1998 Smoke and Groove tour. So I get on the bus. He has a 6-song EP of Eminem. I think by the 3rd song, I was losing my mind so much as I was coming up the stairs to get on the bus. I'm wilding out so much at the entrance of the bus that I broke the windshield of the tour bus on Wyclef's bus with my head. But the thing about it is, for me, when your music is that compelling that you don't even have time to think, you just react, it's instinctual, that's when you know that the music is touching your soul. I fell in love with Eminem from that day and has held him in one of the highest regards as probably one of the most profound wordsmiths and lyrical masters of the microphone. Period.
Eminem's a good guy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's fighting an uphill battle in his hip-hop, but he's going to win it because he got skills. You know, he got a lot of respect for hip-hop, a lot of respect for a lot of people, and, you know, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've never been into race as far as hip-hop goes. You know, my thing is this is a skill-based game. A lot of cats right now I know can rhyme their ass off, but they really ain't, nobody's feeling them. It's like, oh, okay, that was interesting. So you got to be clever, and I think what Eminem figured out a way is how to be clever and say rhymes that, you know, you might not even like him, but after you start listening to it, you be laughing.
I love that album. That's
you
one
be
of my
laughing.
favorite albums.
You be laughing. But regardless, the end result is do the audience feel you. If they feel you, you win in this game.
I'm very into unique stuff. I want to get my mind blown. I want to be like, yo. Like, I remember when I first heard Eminem, and I'm like, yo, this crazy white boy is singing about putting this girl in a trunk. What the fuck is this? And the fact that he could really rap, that was dope. And his style was different, and it was unique, and he turned out to be a star. The story goes, the first rap record Eminem ever heard was Reckless, because Eminem is out of control. He's something else. And to be friends with him is a great thing, because I've seen him go through his entire career from his first record all the way till now. So come on, I mean, to be able maybe to spark a light in probably one of the greatest rappers in the history of hip hop, yeah, that's wonderful. You know, he knows I got nothing but love for him, and I know it's reciprocated.
And just to hear somebody as talented and great as Eminem give props to me, man, it's just an honor to be in the same field of work and in the same genre of music that someone like that is in, that takes their hat off to me, because I do the same for him, definitely. Eminem. Yo, I think it will never be another track like it. Hasn't been one yet. And a lot of draws that get smoked on that one.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's showing how the culture is so great. It expands from, it brings everybody together. All races, hip-hop brings everybody together.
Eminem. Let's just go Eminem.
That's my light-skinned twin. We kick it back and forth. Eminem for his birthday, my birthdays, we be kicking it. So it's like, it's a mutual respect. You feel me? Because he's one of the dopest of all times, hands down.
On sniper, I hold a microphone like a loaded rifle. My dome's brighter. All I spit from is skull fire. All that missing a motorcycle with the chrome wires, spoke tires. And y'all are flow biters. So I don't gotta explain why they call me your ghost writer. Lyrics, word patterns, not the normal, not something that the regular rapper would hear, that you would write, yo, man, this is 5, man. This is 5.
I was read these lyrics that Eminem was saying, and he was directing them to Drake and others. He said, I have had a great view to see the game through. And Drake, they're going to turn on you. One day, too. And the more you win, the sooner they do. They'll be calling you a trash bin, saying that your new one isn't better than your last. And even if it is, once they start turning their backs, they ain't never coming back in. They did it to Chance. Next, they'll be mentioning Future in the past tense or saying adios amigos, blah, blah, blah. We see it all the time. Church. Come on, man, because y'all ran the 90s.
Like, Eminem keeps shouting me out. That's my light-skinned twin. And he one of the greatest to me.
Yeah.
We ain't never worked together. So imagine them fireworks.
That would be mega, man. The video, the song. Yeah. I know Emma's listening, so you know.
Yeah, that's right. He already know. I told him. He calls me out, now I'm calling him out.
Eminem, you saying that you called him, but you ain't return the call?
No, man, I didn't call that man. That's the mix-up. Everybody keeps saying that we called him. We never called that man. We never called that man. We just... We reached out. We we called the people.
Yo, M, you need to make it happen. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I'm alright with the raps. It's okay. You can get on the song. It's okay. It's okay. I'm calling you out. Yes, come on out here. It's okay. I'm not calling you out to diss me, because I can't fuck with you. But I'm just saying, just come do a song, please, with 3 E's.
You know, also I did a bunch of joints with M, man. That's my man. You already know.
That's very interesting.
M had you with that Jay-Z moment.
Yo, let me just
Jay lied about that. He talking about he had to go talk to himself and all that, look at himself in the mirror. But that moment, M had me like that. Yeah, so M is, when you send a song to M, I try to attack it like that. Like, nah, you're not. You're just not. You're not gonna do me this. You're not gonna do me this. And so I'm gonna put it all out there. Either we gonna be right here with it and just make a beautiful, wonderful, great song. But you ain't gonna do me that. And so that's what we did. Yeah, we just made a wonderful, great song. I ain't hear nobody ever say nobody body each other, nothing like that. I just made sure that he ain't body me. That boy's a monster.
Yeah.
Man, I got him on the phone. I had to tell him, I was like, yo, bro, like, you fucking destroyed this shit.
I already know.
He it was like, because I was nervous, because I was like, man, like, I'm like, fucking gonna get Eminem on my song. He gonna body me on my own shit, but I was like, fuck it, fuck it. I just want to join with him,
That's what's up.
So
trust me, I know the feeling. I've sent a few to him and got the results back, and just gotta go ahead and accept it.
I'm the only rap artist on Interscope.
Really?
Yeah, Eminem's pop artist now, man. Like he's a legend. The greatest rapper, infinity, all time is Eminem.
Do you think Jay is a little bit ahead because of the consistency with the 12 albums?
Sit here and tell you that Jay is ahead of Eminem so you can make somebody mad. I'm just saying Eminem's probably somewhere in Detroit, chilling, like not tripping, and you want me to piss Eminem off so he can come fucking kill you and me?
Like a hitman?
Nah, I'm good. You wanted me to say something about Jay, I will, but I ain't fucking with him.
Why not M, though?
M's good.
He's that good, right?
He's really fucking good. And when he get to, I can't tell you what it really is, your ass is scratched, man. Eminem is Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most lyrically insane. Even when I was going at 50 and me and Dre wasn't seeing eye to eye, man, I stayed away from the white dude, because he a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I don't think it's a rapper he won't slay. And you don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
If he were to come at you with like a industry beef, what would you have done?
Run. I'm a hip-hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem. He shreds. He shreds MCs, like, for real. And I ain't his best friend or nothing. I'm just saying, I understand.
How would you place Eminem in comparison with the other 9?
Eminem is somebody who, you talk about lyricist, he's beyond lyricist. He's a lyricist. He goes that far beyond what just a good person writing rhymes will do. And with all that, still have it come out clear. He injects, make you think, you know what I mean? Funny, all kind of different things. He's just a consummate innovator, writer. He just, you can tell he puts in work. He puts in work to what he does, you know what I mean, as far as lyrics and how you say lyrics and how you write lyrics. I put him in his own world, in his own category.
What's your favorite collaboration? What's a song that you hopped on that you still, your mind just gets blown? Like, I actually rapped that.
I like Off the Wall.
It was neck and neck. There's no winner. There's no loser.
It was. And the part about Off the Wall was that I went to Detroit to do it in the studio. So we was in there. We was vibing. It was good vibing.
That's a song with Eminem. For you guys who don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. We went in. I respect Eminem. I highly respect Eminem. Like even when he first came out, we did a record. We was going back to back. Because I say Eminem is in that realm too. Like I rank him up there with Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas. I said that in the major interviews. I called Eminem yesterday. I talked to Eminem yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday again, Em. Even the way he talks, it's a statement. He talks to state things. You know, he likes to get the point across the board heavy, just as I do. You know, I talked to him about a half an hour on the phone, 20 minutes and shit, and we had a good convo. And as I watched that BET Cypher, I'm like, wow. You know, Eminem could have went up there and blacked out on rhymes. You know, when Eminem do something, it's not just a song. It's not just a freestyle. It's a statement. But he felt, as a person of his color, to represent us on BET with a rhyme, and he used his power on that BET Cypher to make a statement, to feel it's a just due as not just Eminem, the rapper, but as Marshall Mathers, the person. And anyone should respect that man for that. Because he didn't have to do it. There's not even many of us that wouldn't even step out the box and did what he did. And like if BT had asked me again, then I would have been up there blacking in the out. I wouldn't have said shit about what's going on. And I commend him on that. Not because he's one of my favorites.
Detroit, make some noise for the greatest rapper to ever get on a motherfucking microphone that goes by the name of Eminem. Legendary shit tonight. I want you to make some motherfucking noise for the greatest of all time, Eminem.
Rappers like boxing. You're supposed to feel like you're the greatest.
Definitely.
Is Eminem the greatest?
Right, as of right now?
Like bar for bar, patterns, rapping wise?
Oh yeah, you can't. I don't think nobody's matching Eminem. Insane, dramatical genius. Eminem definitely influenced a lot in my style.
Aspirations as far as artists, when I look at Eminem, when I look at Jay, I felt, you know, the stories they were telling, you know, whether it was fictional or not. These ideas that they were putting down made me believe, you know, any and everything that they were saying, because it just came from a space of whether a realistic point or just their imagination being so strong, you know, and so heavy, you know, that you just get bombarded into their ideas.
So it's interesting to hear the sort of clarity and depth that you go lyrically.
The clarity, I got my clarity just studying M when I was a kid. The day I heard Marshall Mathers LP, I was just, how does that work? What is he doing? How is he putting his words together like that? What is that? What's the track under it? Oh, that's a double. It's an ad-lib. An ad-lib? What is that? I do that. How is he projecting? How's his words cutting through the beat like that? What is he doing that I'm not doing? His time is impeccable, you know. When he want to fall off the beat is impeccable, you know. And these are certain things that through experience and time that, you know, I had to learn.
Eminem and Kendrick Lamar are going to be on the same song. They released the track listing for Eminem's new album, and Kendrick is on a song with Eminem. Who do you got your money on?
Oh man, Eminem all day. Kendrick is a dope ass lyricist and whatnot, but ain't nobody fucking with Eminem.
Ain't nobody fucking with Eminem. That white boy is on a whole nother level. That Kendrick is my dog, but I think that, you know, by the time Kendrick is Eminem's age of now, he's gonna be sick with it. I think the 40-year-old Kendrick could really, you know what I'm saying, outclass outclass Eminem than the one that right now and everything. I think both, it's Eminem all day. Nobody fucks with Eminem. He's the greatest.
Eminem on Majesty delivered what is going to become one of the best verses in rap history. Eminem, I will always love you for what you did on Roman's Revenge and how you blacked the fuck out on Majesty, and what you did on Majesty, no one else can do. And what I will say is, He gets it. He gets it. He's one of the rappers that rappers like me look up to, and we want rappers to push their pen. Eminem referred to me as, actually he said the queen and her husband. The last thing you want to be is our subjects. Eminem, the queen and her husband, not the queen and the king. The queen. I love a man who is humble enough, even when he know he that dude, to let a woman shine. Even when he's being a king in every sense of the word, acknowledging his queen.
Your driving force. What was the driving force behind just becoming a rapper out of all things?
I can't say one thing. I always wanted to like write stories or stories, songs, whatever. My dad wrote songs and then I just so happened to get into Eminem like right around when like I was going through a lot of stuff. So I felt like the way that he made me feel, or like Lauryn Hill or like Big Pun or Missy, the way they made me feel, like I wanted to do that.
You went on tour with M and Kendrick.
That's crazy.
How did that come about? Have you met him? Of course.
Yeah, I met him one time before in the studio when I was working with Dre, and I met him. I told him how big of a fan I was. I probably talked his head off. He was real cool. But they just reached out. They wanted to go on tour, so of course, what am I gonna say no to going on tour with Eminem?
Nah, I'm not gonna
in
do
Australia?
that.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm cool. Nah, I think I'm gonna take that. Well, man, for me, I'm such a huge Eminem fan, and especially from his first 3 albums, I was like all the way in. You know what I mean? I'm still all the way in because he's still amazing. But that was a point in my life, a very pivotal point in my rap career. My first song I ever made was literally just biting Eminem and Nas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you go listen, you would hear both influences. And I feel like when you start rapping in the beginning, you really just take all your influences and you just rap like them until eventually you become who you are from all these influences. And
It's a melting pot, right?
Yeah, Eminem was a main ingredient. So to now be on tour with him years later, they invite us out, it's a crazy feeling. It's a huge honor.
The song where you refer to Elvis and
Right.
Eminem.
Fire Squad.
The only
to the headline of J. Cole, this is Eminem. Boom.
Right.
Why does that headline exist? That headline that you saw, it's not the truth. It's not the actual, but it is a perspective. They gave you the most enticing headlines. The news ain't set up to inform you. It's set up to make money.
For clarity, or what is the true message?
It's silly how big of an Eminem fan. When I had the song Let Nas Down and I talked about like hanging his raps up on my wall, he wasn't the only one. Select group of like top-notch people that I worship. But Eminem was literally at the top of that list. My first song just sounded like an Eminem bite. If you think I'm dissing Eminem, I know you just read the headline, or you're listening to the song with the headline in mind. That has nothing to do with dissing Eminem or dissing any of those people.
Hey man, come on man, that's the GOAT. You know what I mean? That's top 5 dead or alive. To me, I don't care what nobody else talking about. To me, that's top 5 dead or alive. When I first got the hit up, my team hit me and said, M wants you on his project. Like, yeah, he want to talk to you on the phone. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I ain't even know, like, oh, let me talk to him. I was more so like, what am I gonna say to Eminem, man? So I kind of held up a little bit, like, oh, just send me, because Eminem is like, come on, bro, you know what I mean? Like, he's the truth. But eventually, we got that conversation and we wound up speaking, and he just humble as hell, man, and I just was like honored. I'm just like, man, thank you for reaching out. You know what I mean? That's not an everyday thing. Not to artists on the verge of still coming up and still making moves. You get a GOAT like that, will come down and holler. So I just appreciate it, man. And it's just somebody I always listen to. Like, this ain't cap. This is somebody I really thought was top 5. A person that was in my top 5.
Right.
So like, to have that reach out, it was just like dope. Them switched it up on this one. It's a little different. And I did my thing. Then he goes and record his. Since we hear it. But it was like a person that, like, they don't just send out his stuff.
What does meeting Eminem mean to you? I mean, was that something that you listened to a lot?
I haven't been, like, he's the first rap verse I ever memorized on Forgot About Dre. It's Eminem, bro. You know what I mean? It's like the GOAT. And then Eminem came out. And Eminem comes out in a fucking hoodie. And it's like, rapping in a napkin. No, I'm just kidding. Super fucking cool, man. Just like he's like, hey, what's up? I'm nervous. And I'm like, hey. The biggest thing was just talking hip hop. We talked about freestyles versus writtens versus like the era we're in. It was a really special experience, and I won't really get into what we talked about because it's a memory for me.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I think most of the time people always, because it's an emotional connection, right? How you connect to the music.
Yeah. But Eminem I got all Eminem's albums on my, my phone. That's real life. Slim Shady LP, I got the Infinite on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the time.
Yeah.
The first three that are really,
Marshall Mathers LP, once you count in, all the accolades, obviously, you gotta, M is top 5, skill-wise, M is top 5 as well. Eminem, did I not mention Eminem? Eminem is the fucking GOAT. Let me just say that. That nigga is crazy, bro. My name is, was stupid. I'd rather be carried inside the cemetery than buried alive. Like, just that, his fucking, the way he put shit together, bro, is, that's who nobody want to fuck with, yo. That nigga's crazy. That nigga's.
You see the way he went in, man.
He go, man. I remember.
Him angry.
That's a storm you don't want to fuck with. Eminem go crazy. I'd rather be carried inside. It's so many. I fuck with his Dead Wrong verse. He got so many. I even fucked with the Infinite. When he used to kind of rap like AZ.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Nas. My lyrics called the chain reaction. They get your brain reaction. It's crazy.
Is your music life change or grow after Eminem mentioned you? I assume the is supposed to be did. Or did your life? My music life didn't change. The only thing that changed now is I guess since Eminem mentioned me is you can't tell me I'm whack. You just can't no more. It doesn't exist anymore. It used to get to me when people said that man, he's wet, but come on, man. Come on now. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It just blows my mind that he just randomly fucking said my name in that list of rappers that he was mentioning. So it's you can't, I was on it did motivate me and it gave me a spark because I was on the verge of slowing down even more than I already had last year. But right when that shit happened, it just hit me. I'm like, okay, this is fucking real. This shit just got super real right now. And I guess, and when he said that also became the new thing that people were approaching me about. Right after he said that, every restaurant that I went to, every restaurant I went to, everyone, right when they saw me, they were like, Eminem. And I was like, you damn right. And they're like, man, props on the shout out. Everywhere I was going, that's all people were saying. And I was just damn, I didn't even, okay, I guess, yeah, him saying my name, it did boost my sales as well. So when I looked at the algorithm of my YouTube and shit, I was like, wow, he didn't even say a sentence about my name. He didn't give any description. He just said my name. And then I was curious. I was like, I wonder what my sales look like right now, what my views look like on YouTube. And I went and looked at the algorithm. My shit was a flat line for whole 2018. And then right when he said that shit went roop. I was like, oh my God, the power of fucking Eminem. God damn. So shout out to Eminem once again for saying my name and putting some respect on my name and my career. It's the fact that he pays respect to artists who are way smaller than him, and it just shows that he genuinely loves hip hop, and it's not about the oh, well, if he don't have this many followers, or if he ain't this popping, or if he ain't doing this, then I can't fuck him. It's just about the fucking he respects just hip hop, and yeah, and it definitely gave me motivation to do everything that I'm doing now after he said that. So that's why I'm that's why I started kind of going hard again with everything. If he didn't say my name, I think the only song that I probably would have released as of lately would probably just been The Oldest, and that was it.
Favorite verse of all time? That's easy. First verse, a role model. Favorite verse. Let me explain why it's my favorite verse. Okay?
I'm a big fan of Eminem, of course, everybody knows. But the rawness, he's still raw. But just the when rappers come out and they don't give a fuck and they don't really like have any structure, I like the fact that Eminem at this stage in his career, he was just a raw fucking rapper, and you could tell he didn't have the super over magic sprinkles of the crazy production. It was just like, yo, I'm just a guy who does the rap shit, and I just got bars. And the beat. When I smoke out, I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono. When I smoke out, I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono. Do you guys even know who the fuck Sonny Bono is? A lot of you young people probably don't even fucking know who the fuck Sonny Bono is. Sonny Bono was skiing and he hit a fucking tree. I think he died from it. When you smoke, you hit the trees. Good God, that is a fucking good-ass punchline. Do you understand that Sonny Bono hit a tree so hard that he died? And then Eminem said he hits the trees harder than Sonny Bono? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Huge Eminem fan. You can tell by the visuals. I consider this dude like a god, like literally, just because of how much his music resonated with me growing up. I identified with it. It was like he was speaking to me. He doesn't give a fuck no more. He's Eminem, bro. He's the biggest thing walking the fucking earth. He doesn't care about sales. These dudes fucking super fucking rich. It's like, what's gonna really happen if you stop fucking with his music? He's good, you know what I mean? So he's looking at it like, look, this is what I stand for. Learning that he was a Jordan Lucas fan, and that he actually listens and watches my shit. It's unreal. When I had seen that, I ain't gonna front. The tears is flowing a little bit, man. It was like, yeah.
But M's my bro. We make good music together. There will definitely be more records coming out in the future, but I'm not pressed. He's not pressed. You know, we got our own thing going on.
Being on the song with him was crazy anyway, especially from the D. The song was Detroit versus everybody. Eminem hit me back and he was telling me how much he loved the song. You know how crazy he thought it was, how he couldn't wait to hear the new album. I didn't know if he was gonna be able to get to it in time. You know, a couple weeks went by, he sent the verse back. Crazy, it just popped out of nowhere. We was just in that bitch like.
I wanted to be Drake and Jay-Z on that motherfucker. And Lil Wayne and Eminem. I want Drake, Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne.
We're really like paying homage to all those people in the past because we wouldn't have had these rhyme schemes, we wouldn't have had these ideas if it wasn't for any of those people.
Bone Thugs,
DMX, Slick Rick, Eminem.
We've seen you guys rap and we've seen you know, keep up with one another, but again, on this track, like you said.
I don't keep up with that dude, let's be clear. I could rock with him, but nobody can honestly keep up with him.